This example is about point slope form for the equation of a line. Let's look at this example. Find an equation of a line that goes through point A and B. Point A is 4, -3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. To the right, positive. -3, 1, 2, 3. So 4 units to the right, 3 units down. So this is A. B, -2, +3. So left hand side is -1, 2, and then 3 units up. This is B. Okay, so we can mark this one B. You are given 2 points. How to find out the equation of the line? You know, given 2 points are nice because we can find out the slope, rise over run. Rise is always the difference of y. Okay, you see here is x, and here is y, and here is x, and here is y. So rise over run, rise is the difference of x. Then you know here that's y, -3, -3 minus +3. That's rise. That's y. Okay, that's y. And then run is the difference of x. You know, here is x, and here is also x. Okay, then you know 4 minus -2. Okay, so then we have a -3 minus 3, this -3 minus this 3, or this -3 minus this 3. You got -6. And then run is, you put 3, you put -3 at the beginning, so you need to put this 4 at the beginning. Okay, so 4 minus -2. Yeah, so that's the difference for x. 4 minus a negative number, negative is positive. 2 plus 4 is 6. So -6 divided by +6 is -1. This is the slope. So given 2 points, it's very easy to find out a slope. And then assume the step 2 now is write down the equation. Now we are ready. Why? Because if there is a third point, pxy is on the line, then the slope should be the same with -1. What's the meaning for that? You see, choose 2 points. Let's choose right here is B with P. P, B, those 2 points. How to calculate the slope? The slope is again the rise over run. You see, that's the difference between y and 3. Y minus 3 is the rise, because that's the vertical difference over run. This run. So that will be x minus -2. x minus negative 2. So this means that if you choose those 2 points, P and B, and calculate the slope, rise over run, y minus 3, that's the vertical difference, that's the rise. And then over run, that's x minus negative 2, that's the run. Still should be negative 1, equals this slope, equals this slope. Because all the points on the same line, they should have the same slope. Okay, that's why they stay on the same line. Okay, now you know, still negative 1, so both sides multiplied by denominator, you see x minus negative 2, left hand side also multiplied by x minus negative 2. You can actually cancel this one with this one. Okay, cancel those two. And then left hand side is y minus 3 equals this negative 1 you copied. Okay, right hand side you have x minus negative 2. The reason I'm doing so is because, you know, negative 1 slope, negative 1 slope, negative 1 slope. I still keep this slope here. And this negative 3, this minus 3 minus negative 2, 3 comes where? 3 comes from here. Okay? Minus 3. Negative 2 comes from where? From here. Okay? Negative 2 from here. You can choose either one of them. You'll get the same equation. Okay? So right here I chose this one. So y minus positive 3, that's this one. And x minus negative 2, that's this one. And you put the slope in front of it. And then this one is called point. Here is x. Here is y. Point slope form. So actually, if you are given a point and you are given a slope, you can directly write down the equation. Okay. Now keep going. Negative 1 goes to inside. Because here, you know, negative, negative, you can write positive. Here still negative, you can write 1 here. You may not write 1 here also. Because negative 1 times x, you have negative x. Negative 1 times positive 2, you have negative 2. You may not write 1 here. It doesn't matter. Left hand side still is 1 y minus 3. You copy it down. Now, plus x on both sides, cancel this positive negative x. And here you have x plus y. Copy negative 3 down to here. Right hand side you have negative 2. Plus 3 on both sides. Alright. Then 3 positive, negative cancel each other. 3 plus negative 2, you have a positive 1. Okay? On the right hand side. The constant is on the right hand side of the equation. Variables are on the left. This kind of form is called general form. Okay? So here what we have learned is that besides the point slope form, we have a general form. General form, all the variables on the left, x, y. Remember here the exponent is 1. And here the constant is on the right. Point slope form, here is the slope, m. Here is the slope, m. M equals. -1. So here is actually the slope m. Okay, and then point, this is x, remember, this is y, and then x minus whatever it was here, always minus -2. Here is negative, put negative here, don't get confused. And then here y minus 3. Okay, y minus 3 on the left. This is the slope. This one is called point slope form. So if you are given 2 points, there are 2 steps. Step 1, find out the slope. Step 2, because any 2 points, you choose the slope. Find the slope on the same line. The slope should be the same. That's why they are on the same line. So based on this principle, then the rise over run still is -1 multiplied by that. You have that. Okay, so later on you just need to remember this form, slope point form. Now this one is done, then you may try this one. This one is that find a general form of an equation of the line through the point A for -2 that satisfy the condition. The slope is -2. So this one, we don't need to find the slope anymore. It's given -2. And we are given a point for -2. Now, how to solve this one? By slope point form of an equation, you always put slope here, and then y minus -2, whatever here it is, always y minus, put the number here. Slope is at the front, and then x always minus, whatever you are given here is positive or negative. This case is positive, so put it here, +4 minus +4. Okay, now y minus a negative number, negative is positive. -2 times each thing inside. -2 times x is -2x. -2 times -4 is +8. Add 2x on both sides, cancel positive -2x. So you have a 2x plus y plus 2 on the left. Right hand side, since those 2 are cancelled, so you have 8 left. Minus 2 on both sides, cancel this positive -2. Right hand side is 8 plus -2 is 6. This is general form. Okay. The question requires us to find out general form. Now we have found it. Okay. So you may try this one yourself. Actually, I did it for you. Okay. I'll see you next time in the lecture.